Let's fucking go, dude. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, we were just talking about how we're dead inside.
Hey,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wait. You guys are dead inside?
Well, Ronnie said
No,
he was.
just Ronnie.
Oh,
Yeah.
The usual.
that,
Don't worry about
that
it.
makes me...
All right, I'm gonna update this gruff art.
Did you say that makes me feel better?
No, I was gonna say that makes me feel sad, but then I remember, but that's Ronnie's humor, so it's like, that might make him sad that it's complicated.
At this point, it's just my personality.
Oh,
Yep.
Let's see this new gruff. Oh my
I'm
god.
putting the portrait on right now. There we go.
I need to be centered. I have to see it.
Oh my fucking god.
Well, you
There
weren't
it is.
wrong.
Oh, where's the handout?
Holy shit.
Oh, there it is.
Oh my god.
You just look like
Oh,
Jason Momoa.
Oh, bro. Bro.
oh my god.
He's a fucking hunk, dude.
I know it's not inaccurate, but I do like how your belt is literally just a bunch of chains with just a heart there.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know. I'll put this in here. What the fuck?
Holy shit.
I mean, look, it does describe the process of what you did as a Brechter. I want an axe, and I want you to put the eye there, and I want a belt. Can you make it with this heart? I don't care. Whatever.
Just get it done.
Magic. Get her done.
Jesus.
Is Gruff, why is he shirtless now?
Oh, he's
Why
a
is-
barbarian. I don't wear armor anymore.
Yeah,
Oh,
he doesn't really need it. All right, good. That's good. That's
That's a way to describe that.
a thing that's happening.
Before I go to court, I'm gonna ask Ozzy how he came upon these documents.
I told you already.
He did tell you that he broke in, and it was.
I said,
he
also, I robbed the house, and you said, "Oh, don't tell me from where." And I said, "From Blackbriar."
Well, yeah, but it changed once you're. Look, I'm lawful goods. This is
Oh,
bending
dude,
the
I
rules
just
a little
noticed
bit.
the
You-
fish hook
No,
and
no, no.
wire around you.
Oh yeah.
The reason why you suddenly became supportive is because you managed to track the fact that he was also breaking the law by stealing coins from the mine.
Yeah,
Stealing
gems. Everyone knows that 3 felonies make a law, so I'm much more supportive of your endeavors now.
That's how
basi-
that works, right?
But do you tell me basically just like I help the servants and the things, or do you literally just go,
Oh,
no,
no,
I
I'm not-
did it?
I'm not giving them credit. No, Ozzy, the great burglar, has burgled the evil and taken it for himself. He has not volunteered more information.
All right.
Although I can't tell you how he'll feel if you actually tell on him, but I don't think he knows. So
All right. I mean, look, I'm just trying to lawful good this out. And how did you come upon this evidence?
I got it. Oh wait, how'd you come?
Anyway, yeah, I'm good. Disgusting bird person.
I may be disgusting, but at least I'm a thief.
Does that make it better?
Does it?
That was a weird thing to kind of play as your trump card there.
You know what? I might be disgusting, mate, but you know what? I also am a felon. Oh,
It's a double negative. That's a positive.
3 lefts make a right, and I made a lot of lefts.
I made a...
I half expected you to do a pheasant pun.
and I've been traveling in circles. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Have a little ambience.
Thank you.
All right, here we go. All right, so Braktor, Iron Bellows, and Hackney Silvermast will head towards Dwarven Court. Having done the appropriate methods and the required legalities, you have been granted access to the court. using Braktor's noble title. Which is a little bit of a formality, what with the current state of it, but...
Hey, he decided to show up here and throw down.
That's true. All right, here we go.
Smells like home. The sweet, comforting repression of the law.
All right, as you enter the dwarven meeting chambers, you can see that the court is filled with all sorts of dwarven courtiers that are not important enough for tokens. The marble stonework and ancient carvings are somewhat of a nostalgic reaffirmation of your kindred blood. You can see that upon the pillars there are many different depictions of the different noble houses that have existed over the eras. Till finally, you approach the long end of the court, and you walk through a set of large double doors, which will lead you to the meeting fountain, where you know that many dwarves and other noble courtiers will prepare themselves for the coming meetings. And then as you step through, you're now in active court. All right, and in the active court, you see a curious scene. All right, to kind of give you an idea of what's going on, these are the ones currently in debate. And then this man sitting up here appears to be the regent, whom is not a dwarf. He is, in fact, a very large, fat human man.
Mm-hmm. He's in the Gucci gang.
Okay. All right, as you approach, you'll have to wait for your turn to be recognized by the court, as they are currently in a heated debate.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I personally believe that such endeavors are pointless. I think that we should procure the funds towards the building of a new road towards First Cliff. Aye, you would be thinking that, wouldn't you? I wonder, oh dear Blackbriar, if it might not be the fact that your own house has control over those roads that you wouldn't want to put the funds of us all. The dragon's defeat is meant to be something far more monumentous than to line your pockets. It's meant to give back to those that lost so much at the Hate Flame, and all the fires that that beast caused. It's meant to soothe suffering. We have to keep in mind the common folk. Would it be that I think we would do that? But might I also remind you that the Legion needs more men? The Viakin may be somewhat curtailed, but they are not gone. We are dealing with constant skirmishes, bands of brigands from deserters from both sides. I do not know how long we can hold. They're going to seep in through the mountains, and then our people will be attacked on the roads. What do we want to be, Daburek? Calm yourselves, calm yourselves. Surely you know that the king has a plan. Ah, yes, our beloved majesty. He most certainly has a plan. If only that we knew what it was. At this point, the fat man on the chair will say, "Speak your name and be recognized."
Good day. My name is Braktor Ironbellows, High Architect of Galen's Gate, and I am here to answer a grudge that has been brought upon my house.
Very well, the grudge shall be answered. And whom is your companion?
This is Hackney Silvermask. She is my partner in legal endeavors, also nobility of Galen's Gate.
Very well. You have been recognized. Now, approach the stone throne and state your grudges in the old ways. The court, as you walk by Braktor, will be a mixture of confusion, interest, and some open scoffing, as it is that your clan has lost much of its honor over time. But even so, Right along the pillars, like all the other clans, the Iron Bellows are also represented in a small place on the tapestry of dwarven history.
Well, Your Honor, it's come to my attention that something of a clan war has broken out, and I've been called back to my homeland as the death of my father by the hands of a murderer has left me the one to be in charge of such things. Documentation was delivered to me as such, and I will produce the information of the heroic actions of my family that had been censored.
All right, as you produce
As he's doing that, I'm watching this
Got
guy
it.
with my peripherals.
As you produce the documents, a courtier will approach and retrieve them from you to take them towards the regent. As you continue talking, the courtier will hand the documents to the regent, and he will begin to look them over. Whilst he is doing this, you notice that Barrister Blackbriar is watching the regent's face very carefully. You see that he is somewhat surprised about the utterance of evidence, but there is a calm sort of confidence that Blackbriar puts out that you do not believe is based in hubris. Please continue, as Ferdinand will read over the documents provided.
Well, I also understand that in visiting some of the holdings that recently came into my responsibility, there is perhaps a confusion that deserves to be addressed about certain shipments that have not been properly sent. Shipments that if I'm not mistaken, were meant to go to...
Insight. Keep going, Sean.
Okay.
To the crown, as it were.
Shipments to the crown? Do you have documentation of this?
Well, I do indeed. I have the actual shipment here. As I discovered through speaking with the laborers and the foreman of the mine, the shipments were received, in fact, and signed properly by one Mr. Blackbriar. And while it seems that these have not arrived to the king, simply into his possession, he has been constantly hounding our mines in an attempt to have them either shuttered or taken over for his own benefit, despite the fact that the failure seems to lie in his own reluctance to have these goods leave his own hands.
What is it you have to say in response to this, Barrister? The Iron Bellows is correct. The silver is in my possession. To call it silver, however, is insulting to anyone of our kin. My attempt as to delay its delivery towards the king is to save what little face his noble family has. The silver provided to me was of questionable quality. Now, I do not know if it is incompetence or greed that causes the adjacents of his clan and their employees that has caused this silver to make its way into my possession. But my intention was to give them a chance to make things right, which it seems they have not. All right, and he will make a persuasion check to attempt to dissuade the regent.
Oh, shit.
Solid roll. The regent will stroke his chin. Your intentions are noble, but the delayment of shipment in such a manner, I believe, is a bit of a gray area. It creates quite the perception, Barrister. Yes, indeed. But isn't it perception not what we all seek to change? The slightest bit of dishonor may cause our houses much grief. He will then throw some shade over towards Iron Bellows. The rest of the court also kind of follow his gaze, taking his meaning. All right. The Regent will look towards Bractor as it is your turn to respond.
Hackney is going to make use of the fact that she's wearing a mask, so there's no one who could read her lips. She's going to attempt to whisper into Bractor's ear. Well, not really without leaning.
You can present the coin.
Just out of character, do you mean the coin that, yeah, okay.
Because they're all marked, and they would be able to assess the quality for themselves, basically.
Well, actually, having looked at the things that were withheld, didn't they appear to be gems, or were they silver, as he portrays?
Well, they were gems covered in silver. See, the reason why he didn't have to make a deception check is because technically he wasn't lying. It wasn't silver. But he's also portraying it that means that they were less valuable, not in fact what they actually were, which is more valuable.
Well, all right. Just, it's been a gap, and I want to make sure.
Yeah, that's fine.
As it so happens, I do manage to have a sample of the goods that were to be delivered to the king, and while I myself a smith, the silver seems of fairly good quality. You must excuse my perhaps optimistic view of things, but given that the silver was not the only thing in the package, which you are certainly able to inspect, the value of such a thing and why it should not have been delivered to the king, or at the very least, an actual inquiry should have been forwarded to my head of house, as opposed to simply going to bully the foremen and the workers. Well, these gems seem to be worth much more than the mere silver. That is the problem. But of course, you are more than willing, or you're more than able, if willing, to inspect the quality of the goods to see if the Honorable Mr. Blackbriar is correct in his assertions.
All right, make me a persuasion check.
All right.
Or, I suppose, insight as well, since you're explaining reasoning, I suppose.
Oh, that is a little better.
Hackney, you may also aid him if you wish.
Yeah, I'm absolutely aiding him.
All right, 19.
The Regent will will nod and he'll take a look at the sample provided. The silver is of good quality, from what little of it there is. But perhaps you are right, yes. It seems to me that such a thing should have been reported. And why was it not reported, Barrister? My dear Regent, it was. It is no fault of mine that the head of house was dead. And... Ooh, that's a deception check.
Ooh.
The Regent will begin to frown at the mention of that.
Oh, if I may be so, so bold, it would seem to me that, there should be civility amongst the noble families of the dwarves, should there not? If you had been aware that the head of my clan were dead, surely that is something that in itself, even if for nothing is a matter of honor, for we would not want assassins and deceivers among our noble halls to stand among us, to represent us as proud dwarves to the outside world. Surely that in itself would merit an investigation, which does not seem to have happened in your enthusiasm to attempt to rectify this wrong by making claims of assertion, ownership, and responsibility, as it seems evident by speaking with one of the merchants that work in the jewelry store here, Sheldon Deepgut, that you have been making quite aggressive offers to buy the mines of my clan, which is strange if you consider their silver of such poor quality as to not be fit to go to their intended destination.
All right, make me a persuasion check on that. That's a pretty good hit.
I think I have some charisma. Okay, is Hackney helping?
Yeah.
Fucking come on, man.
Oh, that sucks. That was such a good argument.
The regent will stroke his chin a little bit. Yes. Such aggressive offers are indicative. My dearest regent, I will not disagree to the assertion that the Iron Bellow has made. I did, in fact, offer to buy the mine. As for my knowledge of his father's death, may he rest in the stones, I was unaware of his death when I sent my letter of report. Not hearing back from him, well, I suppose that a bit more prudence may have been necessary. But I do not believe it is the category of impatience for me to attempt to buy a mine from someone that does not wish to manage it. And indeed, whilst I mean no offense, it is also not my fault that his next of kin, his next in line, was exiled to some wasteland instead of by his father's side. Ooh, fuck, what an asshole. Alright, let's see if that goes over well. Decently. Ferdinand will stroke his chin some more.
Well, while it is true that my family has been in a sort of exile, I should hope that the documents I have provided you forthwith do prove that at the very least there is a question of why my family should be kept at such arm's length. As for my arrival, I arrived when sent notification of the grudge. I was not made aware of any of these issues. Of course, they would have been sent to my father's side, but no official court summons had been made. I did not even know about the grudge until a wounded, blood-stained family member of mine had to come to me personally and tell me that my family had been murdered, which, again, if we are all to be held in honor of station, it would seem that Mr. Blackbriar, if he were in his category trying to buy these mines, should have had some sort of obligation to inform me of these offers, especially since his claims that my father was not answering him. Well, quite frankly, it should have gone to me. He clearly knew of my existence, and he does seem to have been aware of my general location. However, instead, it seems he is trying to go about back channels and to acquire things that are owned by my family, especially with his grudge not being formally presented to me. Is it not reasonable to say that should he be demanding answers of me, it is only fair that I should have been properly allowed to voice my concerns, instead of having to, be told by the only surviving member of my immediate family of a vicious murder scene which seems to have not been important enough to good Sir Blackbriar to halt his business endeavors while my family mourns.
Make me a persuasion check. And Hackney's helping you.
Big assist.
Come on, man.
With a 9, your words speak of decency, which, although Dwarven society is more lawful than anything else, It is with fortune that there are more good characters present than not. The court seems to agree with your assertions of decency. One member believes so much that he decides to speak. If in my may, your regent. Yes. What is it that you have to say on the subject? I do not know this lad myself, but I do know of him. I've heard of their actions in Galen's Gate. The growing of the druid circle there is quite the whispers amongst my kin. I've even received some visions of the lord of animals in shapeless forms. One such servant, in fact, walks in his company that the priests have been whispering of. Whilst I do agree with Blackbriar that, truth be told, he did what was required, and I, for one, will not dissuade him of being an opportunist. But if there was ever a time in which decency should be afforded to someone, it should be when they are producing such heroics. And I've seen it in my visions myself. Restoring the power of Lorne, the Green Pantheon owes Bractor Ironbellows and his companions quite the debt. Therefore, I would like to enact an allowance and an understanding. There are many circumstances that portray our laws, and I myself do find that the presentation of not informing a son that his father has died on the pretense that it is hard to do is unacceptable. All right.
Your
That
words
is-
honor me, noble priest.
The regent nods, agreeing with the priest. It seems that you have one success counted towards what you're trying to do. The regent will then look to Blackbriar, who seems a little bit more on the defensive now that he's lost a little bit of the crowd, and the regent will say, I myself will not blame you for being an opportunist. After all, that is why I sit on this throne. But I am human, and you are not. It is by the dwarven example that many of my own people and myself tried to follow you in your example of law and honor. But I wonder, would not the decent thing to be to wait, or perhaps to send a message to some that could reach him? Tell me, did you contact any priest that could contact him with magic? The barrister seems a little bit on the back pedal, but he is a crafty man, and he will say, My dear Regent, of course I would have if I had known any, and that is a deception check. Not very good. You sense that if you can convince the Regent that he's lying, that is yet another victory. Go ahead, Bractor.
With all due respect, I'm sorry, sir, we have not been formally introduced. What is your name?
Oh, the Bracken the Bear Lord.
Are you a cleric?
I am a priest of the Shapeless One. Yes, Gailen Rook.
Sir, are you or anyone that you'd be able to contact with reasonable certainty able to cast the spell Sending?
I can do so myself.
And how long has Barrister Blackbriar been in this town?
He's been in the city a few weeks, as far as I know. But I see where you're going. I do not know Blackbriar, to the extent that I believe he should have been able to ask me. Although, I think that someone with a mind to do the right thing would have sought me out much earlier.
Not even that. The honorable barrister here, I believe, should have at least a reasonable amount of influence in this town. Surely, making such inquiries as to find a priest who could cast Sending, a druid who could perhaps cast an animal messenger, or even a speedy courier who could get a letter along. It has been weeks. It just seems that attempting to procure my family's estates in the, well, quite frankly, well-timed death of my father, it does seem that his efforts were
Upon the mention
spent
of
elsewhere.
the term well-timed death, your implication kind of resonates through the court. So make me a extra check to see if you can convince people of your suspicion. I would say make that a persuasion check, because it's not completely obvious that he did it, because I don't think you actually have full evidence that he did it, but the suspicion
Not
is
really,
enough.
no.
The suspicion is enough that it's not an outright lie. Remember, the court seems to look around, and some of them don't really seem convinced that the accusation of him killing your father would be something he would do. Maybe one that doesn't like him might believe it, but not enough of the court to really hold any sway. But please continue.
Come on, motherfucker. Either way, it is currently unknown that of what exactly happened to my family, save one witness who does assert that we were attacked. I suppose he could be interviewed, but my point being is that it seems, at the very least, per the documentation that I have provided you, something is attempting to hide the status of my family, something that has been happening for a very long time. This grudge has been called by Mr. Blackbriar towards myself, and I had been given no reasonable way to answer it. The only reason I am here is because there was a survivor on the attack of my house. I should hope, at the very least, the documentation provided with the unique circumstances that I was not afforded notice that my family had died, or even the ability to tend to my father's burial, or even see him, that I might have to answer this grudge to ensure that the common folk, the people that mine our ore, cut our gems, and deliver these products to the King of Krazix so that our people may be prosperous and respected. I had to put aside familial duties to see that they were cared for, and it is unfortunate that it should come to pass that I not receive justice. At the very least, to sort all this mess out, that I must put my grief aside to see to the needs of the common man, that I must reclaim the waylay goods of my family from unsubstantiated claims that they were not fit to be delivered, whilst simultaneously the one holding them would be attempting to buy off of those holdings he views as inferior.
All right. Your impassioned words, the good of the common man, these things specifically seem to resonate with the regent, who, as he himself mentioned, only became regent through opportunity, he himself not a noble. So therefore, that, coupled with the other actions that you have taken during the court so far, has given credulence to your claims of being that kind of person. So you may make a persuasion check at this point with a +3 because of evidence.
Assisted.
Well, 17's.
Your words seem
That's
to
not too
resonate
far.
with the regent as he leans back in his throne and thinks. It is the purpose of the nobles to watch over the common man. They are the shields. They are our leaders in governance. It is through them that we are supposed to have plenty. All right, insight check for me, Hackney, since you're watching Blackbriar. You can see that Braktor's method of claiming to be for the common man openly disgusts him. Something else that's a problem. Unfortunately, many in the court seem to have the same temperament. Many of them kind of roll their eyes at Braktor, and some of them are openly disgusted. Everyone else is more stoic-faced, not really feeling that strongly. There is one exception, however, in the room. The Legionnaire Captain Daphne looks almost enamored with Bractor. A big, goofy smile on her face.
Hey, girl. I'm going to try and relay this to Bractor via whisper again.
All right, go ahead.
Bractor, this is a good way of swaying too. But if you stay on this platform, you might gain the ire of many others here.
All right. The Regent will then say, "It has become clear to me that you have already admitted to delaying. While you might have done so for noble reasons, you have still done so. Therefore, I require your..." And then he stops as he looks through some of the notes. What is this? And... He will suddenly frown. Would you care to explain to me what this is? And then he will present a documentation depicting that of the symbol of the Chimerist. It seems that amongst the documents taken from his home, one of them was his official request to Halloween. And the entirety of the court is now leaning forward, their eyes widened. And the Blackbriar, though, to his credit, remains cool and compassionate and says, "That is for a medical and personal matter."
Actually, it is not.
Indeed. Would it happen to be, Sir, Regent, do you have anyone in this city that is qualified to appraise alchemy or potionry? Because it seems, while I did not want to...
I myself am versed in potions, which is why I noticed.
I wish to be clear. While Blackbriar has the ambition to purchase property, I don't necessarily begrudge him this. Ambition is a wonderful thing, as I have myself devoted my time to building a city in a place that is, for many, far too dangerous and does not have the grace of law and the stabilizing touch of nobility. However, since it is relevant, I have the byproduct of the request here, for it seems the barrister was perhaps ill-suited to pay for its cost. And I'll take out the vial. Well, I think Hackney has it?
It was actually given to me, yeah, which is good because I don't want this guy to be near it. She presents the vial.
We believe this was an attempt to, to quite frankly, fudge the rule of law, if not the rule of nature itself, in an attempt to make illegal claims upon my family's holdings in the state of my father's death.
Fairly convenient coincidence.
Ferdinand will take the potion and will look at it. Slowly, he will turn his gaze upon Blackbriar, who is now very nervous looking. His stoic visage seems to crack. And then something else begins to happen. The visage of the Regent begins to shift. His flesh begins to contort and melt away.
Sorry, I had to grab a phone call. I heard his visage begins to shift.
Shift and melt away.
Oh, gross.
Yep.
Quick whisper.
Is this normal?
I mean, not for most people.
Just dwarves.
No, this is just a dwarven thing. You know, it happens. You know,
With Gruff doing this sort of shit so many times, she's mostly used to it. She just didn't expect it to be from someone else.
yeah. You know, precedent kind of tells me, you know, maybe, this is more common than it appears. There comes a point when Hackney's just not bothered by it anymore. It's just not even a deal. Sometimes you just gotta fucking get them. All right. So, as the visage begins to melt away, what stands before you is a gray-skinned woman. And you guys see this. Everyone in the court will look very shocked.
Oh, I thought he melted.
No. This guy. Or girl.
Yeah.
And thus, she will walk sauntering with a confidence towards him. And she will say, "You know, if you were going to try and change your form, you should not try to do so in front of a changeling, eh?" What are you?
Really, that's the question you have right now? Like, come on, man.
Legionnaire? Arrest this man. Are you the regent? I am as much of a regent as anyone. All right.
So you're not?
So everyone is God?
Am I regent?
Like, as anyone else would be. Like
any other region.
oh, whatever.
I know what you meant.
Yeah, trying to make cool speech. Everybody's an ass. All right. Daphne will approach the barrister from behind and will put him in chains. The barrister will proclaim, "This is wrong! I have done nothing wrong! I have..." All right.
Oh, don't worry. I'm sure a thorough investigation will prove that out. No problem.
Such a thing is unlikely. She will turn. Doubtless, the evidence of your grudge is going to be difficult to prove. But the king was very straightforward with what my duties were to be. I was to seek out such illegalities and form changing. Few are better at this task than one of my kind. But know this. Your care for the common people has resonated with me. And I shall see justice done.
I appreciate that very much. Like I said, I don't care what happens to him in the long run. I mean, it is what it is. The law, would it be easy to get what you want? It would not be suitable. I simply wish that my family be able to take its place again and that we might help those who we can.
Such a thing to hear from a noble's mouth is refreshing. The mine shall remain in your family's holdings, and I shall see what I can do to send this towards the king. Perhaps some of your dishonor may be wiped away. I can make no guarantees. After all, she will gesture to herself. I am no dwarf.
Oh, for what it's worth. You don't need to be a dwarf to earn my respect, and you've done more for me than most. I appreciate it greatly. You have given me ear when few would even bother to give me the back of their hand, and for that I am forever grateful.
You are just as noble as you were then.
What?
We have already met before.
You know what? At this point, I shouldn't be surprised, but are we gonna do 20 questions to figure out who you were? Make a game of it?
Suffice to say, I was a maid in your household when you were but a young beardling, and I was, well, not quite so old.
I wish I'd known you sooner. But fate works in strange ways, I suppose.
She will give a deep bow, and she will say,
No, go on.
and she will say, I must return to court. The others, no doubt, are off-put by my form. I know all of us. Some of us knew. She'll raise an eyebrow. Are you saying that you knew Aldebracken? I knew things.
That would actually make sense why he'd know.
Father Aldebracken, you're certainly more than welcome to come visit Galen's Gate if time allows, and I'm sure meeting Gruff would be an interesting experience.
Aye, I've heard some rumors of him. I'd like to take a nice long look at him, see what he's about.
Oh,
The rumors are all true.
yeah, he as of look out a window, like an hour or so ago, he is now the third different thing that I've seen him as. So if you wait an hour, you might catch the fourth.
My goodness, a true follower of the shapeless form.
You effed.
Fuck.
I love cosplaying.
I'll be your cosplay girlfriend.
Cosplay.
Am I back?
Welcome back.
Yes, I'd like to meet him. Sorry, I fucking blew it because of the fucking F. I was like, I had something great and I messed it up.
And don't worry, he's a big fan. He's nervous.
Now, if you'll pardon me, I have one more task that I must see to before dealing with the affairs of my father's passing.
Of course. If you need any help, the lad, I'll do what I can.
I appreciate it, but fortunately, holy symbol, armor, big ass hammer. This is something that I am prepared to do, and well, it is a son's place to do so.
May your journey to the Grandfather Stones be reflective.
Thank you, sir.
Alrighty.
Oh, that was a thing.
You know, that went surprisingly well. And it didn't have any crazy transformation, world-ending gobbledygook.
Well, I mean, there was a transformation.
Yeah, but
know
it's not the crazy kind.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that court was pretty normal.
Yeah, you know, only one person changed into something completely different. Only, 2 or 3 backstabs. Pretty boring.
A changeling, that's normal.
I mean,
I thought it was a cool reveal, Pepe Hands.
no, it was.
Cool review. I'm just a nerd and I know a lot of things, so I'm not surprised by much. Also, Gruff has desensitized me to literally everything.
Yeah, look,
Well, that's true.
look, she's coming from the perspective of, all right,
God.
I've prepared my legal briefs and we've prepped our arguments, and we come back. Greetings, friends. I'm handsome. Oh, I did a robbery. We gotta go to the Shadowfell. The lady's gonna talk to us pretty, and I got this worm, and I'm gonna make love to a lady.
Gruff,
I killed.
Gruff, wake up. Wake up, Gruff. Are you
where we
awake?
going? I've been awake the whole time.
I can't tell. Like, your eyes are weird. I don't know. I'm used to looking at like two different eyes. Anyway, is she hot, mate? Like the Empress? Is she hot? I've never seen her.
I
No.
think she's married to a statue. I don't think it's gonna work.
A statue. Oh, I could be a statue.
No, you'd probably die.
Well, I guess we'll see that when it comes to it. No.
I'm gonna just if we ever see that Empress again, which we're going to, because we're all gonna have to go there, or else we're gonna die. You're gonna have to not open your mouth like once while we're there, Ozzy.
Hey, I've got some good news for you, mate. I ain't got a mouth. I'll go.
All right, you're gonna have to not open your beak like once.
Oh, why's that? Oh, I can open my beak.
Because
I'll be fine.
You'll probably die like instantly.
No, she's a fae, right? Oh man,
Yeah, she'll kill you like instantly.
If she's interested in anybody, she's interested in me.
Oh mate, I'm like a friend of the fae. You're just a gay Xenarok killer.
Don't like. Does your kind have like trouble with like holding in their shit? Because you'll probably shit yourself as soon as we're there.
We can do it just fine. We just have to do it at 30,000 feet. Onto horses.
I can
It's
levitate
complicated.
my shits now so that they don't do a splash.
Oh, show me.
I don't gotta do it right now.
Well, let me know. All right, I gotta see a guy about a
Do you
cloth.
think they're done that trial by now?
All right, so the party comes back. Where did Sean go?
Well, was Gruff gonna try and sneak off before
he's
the
AFK.
thing was done?
Honestly, they did it so quickly, I probably didn't get my pants on yet.
Oh, okay. Just making sure.
Okay. Hackney, you and Bractor make it back to the inn. Let's go see what the lads are up to. Standing outside the door. And I can make my shits float so they don't splash no more.
Back to the usual. Hello, we're back.
Oh
Whoa,
my
man.
god, you guys are back already. We were just gonna go to the cave.
Did you
man.
win?
We won. Also, he's arrested. So whether the individual is arrested, and who knows what will happen to him after that.
Nice. Now everyone's happy again, right?
Did anybody mention me? Did I come up at all?
Why would you come up at all?
I mean, I'm kind of why we won the case, apparently.
Well, if you're a good thief, no one knows you were involved in it, right?
Maybe you're right. But then how
Well,
do I
usually
get,
am.
how do I get recognition then? How do I get, like,
Through whispers and
Respect.
murmurs of the underworld?
oh yeah, I'll go whisper to that thief guy and tell him to like say, mention me, but like don't mention me, Oh yeah, I'll become a legend among thieves. Oh, it feels good to be back on the circuit. I wanted to go to Galen's Gate to be like a nice, honest guy, but I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the tinge. I'm feeling it, Hackney. Hey, give me something. Ozzy starts like fiddling in her bag. Oh, yeah, I'm a thief.
Oh, hey!
Take
She
it.
actually smacks his hand.
Oh. It's okay. I mean, I owe you money, but just for practice,
Don't.
Hey,
It
Hackney.
doesn't need to be a thief.
I can have what I want in these drawers.
Do you have any magic that like makes it so someone can't talk?
Not currently, but I could invest in it if you wanted it.
Yeah, we're gonna need that when we go to the Shadowfell, or else we'll die because of Ozzy.
Oh, I mean, I feel like Gruff is like just as bothersome as I am with
You're
the
like me.
Me and Gruff already went there and made it back, so.
Well, I can't do anything about that. If you don't want them to talk, either tell them not to or gag them, I guess.
Hey, Gruff, can you help me gag Ozzy when we have to go?
How about if anything bad happens, we all just blame him?
Well, yeah, but the problem is, like, I feel like he's just gonna like open his mouth when we're like in front of the queen. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Michael's
it
gonna
would.
take care motherly.
If he says
Alright.
anything stupid, it's on him.
If you believe in him,
You know what?
I
I haven't heard. I haven't heard a please. Please don't try to seduce the hot empress and take her away from her stone husband. I
think
haven't
you'd
heard.
listen if I said please.
You've never said it, so I wouldn't know. I'm going to do it. I'm going to cause an international or interplanar incident.
Go for it.
I'm going nuts.
Go for it.
I'm going to
Doesn't really
take off
bother
my
me.
pants.
We'll see
There's
what
always
happens.
There's always another plane.
There's like 40 planes, mate.
They just keep making them.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, how many's enough? Like, we had, the material plane here, and then we had, like, the Shadowfell. That's 2 already. You know how many that is more than we need? 1 more.
When are you gonna make your own plane, Gruff?
Don't you kind of need the Shadowfell to exist for your powers or something?
I mean, yeah. I mean, it is a nice place. Like, don't get me wrong.
Please.
All right, everybody, enough diddly daddling around. Can we go down to that cave and we gotta give her the gems and I gotta give her the worm. And then we can go to Shadowfell and then I can go fishing.
I'm still unclear on what the
She's a
worm actually
present.
does.
I mean, I understand it's like a teleport, right? It's supposed to, like,
No,
Big
it's
munch.
not the worm.
oh, it's
No.
not,
The
We can
the
teleport when
shadow
we
stone
wanna
I
go.
have is the one.
oh.
Yeah, but we need to go to the cave first.
Well, we don't have to. You just
No,
want
we
to.
didn't know we knew because otherwise the druidic ritual of the gems, Ozzy's gonna die.
Yeah,
Well,
Gruff.
he's not gonna die.
I don't think she cared enough about Ozzy.
No,
anymore.
she put a curse on him. He gonna die.
Well, I
All
mean,
right, are we going or what then?
I don't know. Is the DM back? I don't think so.
The trip gonna take 5 minutes.
Gruff, aren't you powerful enough to be the DM now?
All right, moving us over to the map.
As my first act as the DM, everyone gains a level. Except
Oh.
for me, I gain 2.
You all lose 1.
Can I have inspiration?
Wouldn't I get like half of your level, Gruff?
All right, divide both of our levels in half and then add them together, and that's our new level.
Oh, I think he's back.
Everyone, give me all your levels so I can
I'm back.
charge the spirit bomb.
God has
We're going to the
returned.
cave.
I'm
No,
sorry. I'm
yeah,
back.
I've got to speak with the freaking thief, and I've got to pick up a guy. I've got stuff to do. Just real quick, like. I'll be right back.
Once we do get back from the Shadowfell, I also need to take a trip to the Grandfather Stones. However,
Where the
I do
Grandfather
believe there is
Hey.
they're like dwarven there are dwarven burial grounds. But if I recall correctly, there is a magnificent river nearby where you can catch fantastic I believe salmon and trout.
Ooh.
As long as a giant's forearm, they say.
Are you really trying to entice me with some baby little salmon?
There's a
That's
good
good
chance we
eating.
won't be able to make it back.
Do you know that in the Shadowfell there's a river full of souls?
Don't
For what-
don't
what-
So
mess
while
with the
that
souls.
conversation over there sounds nice and dramatic, what can I help you with?
I mean, we've got a debt to cover, ain't we?
Aye.
All right, here it is, mate. And I go in there and I pull out that nice cloth you wanted.
He'll nod and he'll take it from you. Thank you kindly.
I mean, it worked out, mate. Got in there. You know, I ain't saying that. Tell Ozzy the Aarakocra, the Grave Usher, the
Okay, yeah. Keep your voice
yeah.
fucking down.
No. Don't use my name or how I look, but just say like spread the word about the handsome thief who took from Blackbriar. That's like, but not me. Just spread the word. That's all. Thanks, mate.
I'm sorry, Ronnie, you're the best. Don't tell anyone that Ozzy the Great robbed that man's house. Don't tell him, but tell him.
What is it? I saw you looking at me, mate.
Rosam wonders why a man would yell his name so loudly.
I can't this is my whisper. Listen, it was for I didn't do it. It wasn't me. It was totally me though. But it wasn't. But like, don't tell nobody, but like, tell them. I'm just saying I'm back, baby. That's it. Bye, guys.
Ozzy is every anime thief.
Hey, hello. Nice to meet you.
Come closer,
Cheers.
that I might put mouth suckies on you. Oh.
Gross.
Ugh, I just like that content.
Evening.
They've been making lips for so long. God damn.
All right, let's make a stop up by Deep Guts, and then we'll head over to the cave and deal with that.
Why?
And then, I just got to pick. I promised Kai that I'd take him to meet the Chimerist. Don't worry, you don't have to be involved if you don't want to. But you know,
Are we
like-
not supposed to like tell anyone about her?
listen, I've made a bed, and I'm gonna. You know what? Maybe I should just skip out on it. Maybe I should just not.
Well, don't do that.
Yeah, you should definitely do that.
All right, show of hands. Should I take Kai to the Chimerist?
Well, honestly, once you left, I was gonna suggest we leave without you.
Actually, did I make an oath? I probably made an oath, didn't I? Oh, shit. What's worse, an oath or pissing off the Chimerist again?
Probably pissing off the person that can literally take away your druidic powers.
I mean, they're both really bad. If you break an oath, I think Babylon sends like a devil.
You get really bad zits.
Well, you can't even see my zits through the feathers. I've got so many, mate.
They're really big. They
Look,
grow
look, look.
beyond.
I spread my feathers on my face. Look at that. There's a zit.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm like a teenager.
Yeah, look at
Ridiculous.
my face. It's flawless.
It is. It's really nice.
No male pattern molting here.
Yeah, I've never even used this face before. I ain't done nothing with this face.
Yeah, I know. Like, do you use a cream? I guess you haven't had time to use a cream. It's a
Oh,
nice
it's like
face.
a baby because I've never been touched.
Oh,
Here,
it's so
you be
smooth.
the first to touch my face.
I can touch it. Your face.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's literally new.
God. Oh, that's a good face, mate.
I know.
Do you also want us to like leave the bedroom while you do this, or?
You don't even have any lice in your beard. I mean, normally I'd like to, eat some of them, but there's nothing there. It's immaculate.
All right. Can we get
Oh.
going?
All right.
Got a lot of things to do.
Honestly, my personal belief is that if you made a promise to someone, you should keep it. But look, I have no fucking idea what your deal is right now, so just do what you think is best. I'm
All right.
fucking lost.
'Cause I think it'll be funny if I take Kai. Listen, I'm gonna get Kai. All right, y'all can just stay here if you want. You can come with. I'm gonna get Kai. Bye. Don't tell anybody I robbed the house, but I totally did.
Hey Gruff, you want to go to the cave without him?
Yeah, let's go to the cave.
All right, let's go.
Would it be considered classist if we put him on a leash?
No, I was telling we should gag him before we go to the Shadowfell. Do you agree?
No.
Well, I already know you don't care, Gruff. I was talking to Bractor.
I think if we take him to the Shadowfell gagged, this Empress we're supposed to meet is either going to think he is a delicious turkey dinner and eat him live, or find it insulting to his freedom. And
No,
release
she
him.
really doesn't care about
they
his
had
freedom.
slaves there.
Yeah, she'd probably like it, to be honest. A lot more than him talking.
Let's not
mean-
make him dinner.
I mean,
Well,
look,
I mean,
you
if
wanna
he
put a
talks, he's
gag on
probably
him-
going to be dinner either way. So both things lead to dinner.
All right, we're going.
To the cave.
Wait, we're leaving him behind.
We're all going to the same place.
As unwarranted as it is right now, I trust him to be on his own more than Gruff.
He's got a giant bird.
Well, Gruff is never by himself. I'm usually with him.
Flashbacks to them holding hands, jumping into the fuck.
Look, Hackney, I'm playing with the hand I've been dealt.
I know.
There's a lot of high cards in here, but they don't spell anything if you get my meaning.
Yeah, I kind of miss. I'm going to miss the one-on-one with you, but at the same time, anytime that I am one-on-one with you, it means that they're alone, and that terrifies me.
Oh,
What do you mean?
Yeah.
We've done a lot.
you know,
That's precisely the point.
you know, if you say that, like I'm gonna miss my one-on-one time with you, Gruff and Bellanovan are gonna start with the whole "we're in love" thing again.
We're not in love.
You're not in love. We're simply one.
Not you. I know you two are in love. I just haven't brought it up because I'm not judgmental.
You're pretty judgmental for randomly saying that when it's obviously not true.
It's not judgmental, but we
To the
respect.
cave.
Well, now I'm wondering if your assertion that I love Hackney is just deflecting your relationship. You should embrace it. You are brothers of battle.
Yeah.
And sometimes on the battlefield, you know, you develop feelings for each other, and that's wonderful.
Meanwhile,
already went
back
over
over
this.
here.
I think
Don't
you're just
know their
jealous.
feelings.
No, that's kind of true.
All right, you come walking
Oh, so
into the
you're
store,
there, right?
Ozzy, and you see Kai. Hey,
Hey, Mike, you ready to go see that chimerist?
like right now.
I mean, I'm here to fulfill the debt, and I ain't gonna be back this way. I'm going to Shadowfell, probably gonna die. Gonna try to seduce the Empress and all that.
Can't
gotta
really
stop
go
by the cave.
right now. I got like things going on.
All right. Well, if you want to just absolve the debt, then I'll just be on my way, mate.
You could just tell me where it is. That'll work.
All right. But you have to promise me not to tell her that I told you.
Secret's safe with me.
Yeah.
He'll
all
sign
right.
to you in Thieves' Cant, which you don't understand, and then he'll kind of
I make
blink.
a gust of wind with Druidcraft.
he will sigh very deeply.
Whose horse is this?
Who's what?
Ozzy's now. He's
Whose
keeping it.
horse is this?
Oh, I don't know.
Yo, what the fuck? He just took that guy's horse.
Animal handling.
My horse now.
Guy's a horse thief. That's a hangable
Ozzy.
offense.
Ozzy, the beautiful robber of mansions and horse wrangler.
Look, I found a horse.
Don't tell anyone I stole this.
Oh, man.
Eat it.
Easy
Oh.
come, easy go. It's okay.
So where's your guy?
He said just to tell them. I mean, I didn't tell him where the
Yeah.
debt's absolved. The end.
That's
Don't worry about
It's
it.
not okay.
Every time any of you says "don't worry about it," I worry about it.
So you want me to tell you not to worry about things?
No,
Oh, I know what you're trying to. I just won't tell you things now. I got you.
perfect.
And you won't have to worry.
Bro, I
Yes,
just won't tell you
exactly.
things.
By the way, I hope it's assumed that I did tell him where it was. I didn't just walk away.
Yeah, I'm just
Sorry.
fucking with you. I'm fucking with you. It's
Sorry,
alright.
sorry.
Okay.
All right. Let's
It'd be funny if I just
go
walked
to
out.
the cave.
Although it would
So
have
are you
totally
gonna-
been in character for you to forget to tell him and then leave anyway, but that's all right.
So,
That's in
so
character for Lonnie.
are you gonna tell me where it is? No, I gotta. I'll be back. I gotta steal a man about a horse.
Steal a man from a horse. Yes, man thievery. Otherwise known as kidnapping.
No, that's goats.
I'm doing some reverse horse wrangling where I steal the rider and leave the horse.
All right, so is your party gathered? Are you venturing forth?
Venturing forth to the cave.
All right.
Also, I think Chad is asking to see Gruff's full portrait.
I can't. It won't show up.
Oh, weird.
Right.
Well, it's because 1.7 changed it to where the handouts are no longer part of the map tools for Windows for OBS to detect. So
Huh.
I can't.
I'll get a screenshot.
Well,
for
he
chat
already
real quick.
put the art up in there.
Oh, okay.
It's
Oh, there
already
you go.
linked. It's already linked.
Excellent.
So they can ogle him. He's so stacked. Oh my god. All right, let's do this. Alrighty then.
Jewel time. Here you go. 3 jewels.
Thank you.
I mean, I see that, Gruff let you experiment on him. Like, I mean, is there any payment for that? I mean, I'm kind of the treasurer.
Oh, that payment's already been handled.
See, I told you didn't have to worry.
Well, I mean, that was a payment for Gruff. I still had to pay for my druid thing. Well, that's fine. I had it coming. Hey, I robbed Blackbriar. I mean, don't tell anybody, but it was freaking awesome. I went into his house.
The plan went over perfectly. No one panicked.
I can't.
He lays on the floor.
I can't. It's just like he's told everyone.
I too agree that the one-on-one time between us was better, Hackney.
I robbed Blackbriar. It was awesome.
Nothing went wrong.
I see. I have heard that he was recently arrested.
Oh yeah, but these two did that.
No, that's also Ozzy's doing.
Ozzy helped.
He did. But
That's
Anyway, that was real boring. You don't really want to hear that story. They just went to court and they did their talky talk. I brought you something special, by the way, for Halloween.
Oh,
And what is that?
Oh, this is I didn't die in the Shadowfell gift.
And he'll take out the bloodworm from his sack, still wriggling, I hope.
Oh. Mmm.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
All right, now I was kind of under the impression we were supposed to go on a date now.
I would, but aren't you busy?
Kind of busy. Yeah, we gotta go to Shadowfell again.
Well, my portal is open.
Well, no, we got a magical stone to go see the Empress right
Oh no,
away.
you can come with us. That can be your date. Here, all I have to do is squeeze this. You see?
All right, he Wait,
Yeah.
all I have to do is squeeze this. You see? Oh shit!
congratulations, you outsmarted yourself.
Congratulations, you played yourself. All you gotta do is squeeze the stone. Watch this. Oh shit, that was great. Oh man, that is classic short for right there. Just like, what do you mean they're dead? How weak are they? Oh man. All right.
Also, I like this new overlay. Pretty snazzy.
Oh yeah, do you like it?
Yeah.
Cool. I've been getting good reviews from it so far. I
wouldn't say
wish I could fix the stretching thing, but I fiddled with it some more and I couldn't get it to work.
it is what it is.
I tried to just make it as minimal as possible. But
I wouldn't say she's upset with no date, by the way.
I think it looks a lot better than the other one, because the other one like wasn't centered and it would always be off to the right.
It's very I like the greater visibility on the map tools chat window.
Yeah.
It makes it easier to follow.
Yep. And I also whenever I get my computer to not die every time I try to do it, I'm gonna make it to where the Discord overlay pictures go up here, so there's something on the left side too.
Just download some more RAM.
Yeah, just download more RAM. I could in 15 seconds. Then do it.
True.
You keep saying you're gonna do it, but you wouldn't do it.
You didn't ask.
I did ask you after Shattered Crowns. You didn't fucking.
Arcadum, the old Arcadum remembered everything. This new Arcadum, he just doesn't remember. He doesn't follow up. You wanted me to draw 2 characters? I don't know what happened to that.
Oh,
You're tearing this family apart.
well, those two things haven't happened yet.
Well, now is an inappropriate time to fix it.
Oh, I know. I'm just. He's so mean to me. I don't
I'm not
understand.
even mean.
It's just God.
I just brought up the old Arcadum.
That meme hurts my feelings every time people bring it up because it makes me feel like I've done something wrong.
No, you have to look at it like the new Arcadum's better.
Is he though?
Is he?
He's butter.
Is he? Old Arcadum would show us map 1. God. All right.
Isn't it ironic that old Arcadum was younger than new Arcadum? That's kind of weird.
Is that Benjamin Button syndrome? I know. Whoa. Whoa.
Oh. Okay, so as a druid, do I feel weird here, or do I have like kind of a...
Well, here's the thing about you. You're alive and you're not supposed to be here if you're alive, so that's a problem. But the biggest thing about it is the Shadowfell is one of the natural forces of the world. Death is a part of life, just like fire and water and air and all that is. So it's not that you feel as bad as the others in terms of like how you don't belong here, but it's almost like the part of your job that might be unsettling, but you have to do it. Like talking to your creepy boss, you know? One of those things.
Okie dokie.
Anyway, I linked some ambience for you guys.
I was not prepared for this day.
I'm slowly learning not to care.
Care about what?
Exactly.
About what? You're a bit
Worry
quiet.
about it.
Being bothered?
All right. I think this is the right voice setting for her.
Let's find out.
Does it sound right?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
All right, good. All right. Here we go.
Well. Back already? That was fast.
Didn't want to disappoint you.
Good. You might survive then.
Oh, now, good evening, gruff under soldier beauty. My word, I've not seen anything like that on my plane.
You're gonna hear a gauntleted hand slap against a heavy.
Oh,
metal
right,
helmet.
I'm supposed to be quiet. Sorry, ma'am. I've got a big beak.
So,
I'm gonna step away from him.
these are your companions then?
Yes.
They are all of them gathered?
Yes.
I mean, did you want every person that I'd consider a friend, or?
This will do. Now then, we should adjourn to more intimate chambers.
Oh God, Ozzy was right. Yeah, sounds like a plan. You can see Raktor is very unsettled. Like his beard is trembling. Looks like a Furby in a spin cycle.
Did he F or is he just setting stuff up?
Take the
I don't think he's effing. Lags,
There we go.
yeah.
Oh, good, the dungeons.
No, it's an intimate chamber.
That's also correct.
Oh,
Oh, we're all in beds? This is my bed.
Isn't that better?
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Did
Very
she teleport
comfortable.
us here, or did we walk?
She teleported you there.
Ugh. Beard trembles.
Did it feel weird when I got teleported?
Specifically, her teleportation is shadowy hands pulling you into darkness, so probably.
Oh, I see.
Well, at least it's not she kills you and then just resurrects you in a different spot.
I'm gonna look around my body to make sure I'm not missing anything.
It does not appear that you are missing anything.
Nice.
Now then, here we can speak more openly. I do not trust even my own bedchambers. Too many eyes. Let us speak then.
What do you want to talk about? The violet thing?
You spoke of the violet. I wish to know exactly what it is that you know, in its entirety.
Well, me and Gruff don't know anything about it, as you know, you found out earlier.
Yes, I gathered that much. Wizard, I assume that you are the responsible one.
Unfortunately, yes.
Her name's Hackney.
Hackneys? Strange name.
The Hackney.
Yes, like hacking knees. At least that way people would look at me at eye level.
Oh my god, I never got that.
Yeah, I'll just now got that too. That's pretty good. Oh, that's
I don't
good.
get it. You seem too scared to do that kind of stuff.
Speak.
No, I think it's cool.
Admittedly, we did not look into it too deeply.
Then you are wiser than you seem, but still elaborate.
Time to open my notes. So I know for sure I wrote this shit down.
I read a book with a vial in it.
Oh, brag about it, why don't you?
I mean, she asked for everything.
Well, I have the star map, if that has anything to do with it.
A book, you say?
Yeah, had an empty vial, and I think it was numbered 3. I think there was a 3, an empty vial, and it gave me these visions of a jungle and a plant creature. We already had some other magical destiny thing to do, so I gave it to the Archmage for safekeeping, and I, told her, keep it secret, keep it safe, don't read it.
I see.
I know not if this is relevant. To be honest, the term violet is the first time I'm actually hearing it being used as some form of title. But there was a couple things that I had encountered in the past that were violet. Such, for instance, one of the scrolls that I am keeping. It shares a violet light. There was also a messenger that had a violet card. Is this of any relevance?
It is most relevant. For the herald sickens the sky. The pieces have fallen into place. The great wheel has begun to turn. The mirrors are no longer shattered, and piece by piece the enemy returns. I fear this time the 7 will not be there to stop it.
I got a question.
Speak.
whenever we would read any of those scrolls, this star map I got from the Matron of Fate, there'd be violet stars. It's like supposed to show our destiny, kinda.
Yes. The tapestry, however, is not what will be, but what may be.
Yeah.
It shifts and changes, as does the fortunes of us all. But there is one other problem. The enemy that we are speaking of, the violet, all that it touches and in itself are detached from the matron's strands. We must
So then we should
be
kill it.
careful. Kill it. My dear little boy, cannot kill it. But perhaps it can be stopped.
How do we stop it?
Now that is the question. Were but the 7 yet here, it would be their duty. But they are not.
Oh, hold on, I got a question. There's something here that doesn't add up. Okay, so this is some world-ending event, and obviously it always is. Why would some guy, the acorn guy, give us the scrolls and tell us to read them if it was a bad thing? He seemed like a good guy. He knows you were a guardian or some other. So why do we have this in the first place?
You speak of the name Acorn. That is one of the disciples of the Nephilim. Yes. It seems that you have been placed within the concourse of this destiny. The disciple would not have trusted you with the scrolls if he did not believe in you. However, it is odd that you mention the scrolls. May I see them?
Hackney has all of them.
Yeah, I mean, in for a penny, in for a pound. So wait, why wouldn't the 7 be there to stop them? Aren't they, gods?
Acorn said that you are to be trusted.
She takes out the scrolls, but she looks clearly reluctant.
As she takes the scroll from Hackney.
As she takes the scroll from Hackney, she will look over at Bractor and answer his question.
The 7 are not gods, not like the others. They are hailed as gods. The 7 are, or were, but mortal kin. Refracted through souls and time. The enemy that they faced was of such power that all of creation itself was challenged. A cost of their victory was also their defeat. It is said, at least. The 7 cannot help, but they are not here. They are stuck between existence and oblivion. A subtle shadow upon the wall. It is said that the 7 sometimes live anew, reflected through a new soul. I'm not sure if I believe it, for I have searched for my beloved many times, and I have never found him.
So, what am I a cleric of then? If they're not gods?
You got duped.
You are a cleric of hope.
Oh. No pressure.
So you just believe in yourself, Bractor, you can do anything.
As tired as the adage is, yes. That is the truth of it.
You notice that she says that not really believing it.
Well, it's not the weirdest thing I've been asked to take on faith.
As she takes the scroll from Hackney, she will begin to look over its case.
It is true. The translators have given their gift. Acorn has passed it to you. The Nephilim, it seems, have set their pieces to the board. We shall see if the wheel turns anew. Would I but read what was written upon these pages. But I dare not. For the corruption could spread to me, and through me it would wield a power far too terrible to behold. No, this is the purpose of mortals.
And she will pass it back to you.
And hold on again, I got more questions. If this thing is so powerful that we can't destroy it, then isn't a power too powerful to behold kind of what we need?
Say that again, Gruff.
If this thing we're trying to destroy can't be destroyed, then isn't a power that is too powerful to behold that in you reading the scrolls, isn't that kind of what we need to defeat it?
That argument has been made many times. This has happened before, and each time creation failed. Except once. I do not...
Wait. Oh, sorry, go on. That was rude.
I do not know what we will do now that they are not here. All we must do is once again trust in the strength of mortal kind.
So are we supposed to like read these scrolls now? Like what happens to us?
Oh, that's part of
instructions from Acorn.
I have a question regarding that directly. Acorn said that we need to read these scrolls where something's not in the sky. Is that thing in the sky here? What was it called?
I think this was that herald thing.
Right, the herald. We have is the herald in the sky in the Shadowfell? Can we read it here, or is there another place that's safe?
Truly, I believe there is no place safe in which to read such knowledge. But read so in my presence, and I shall lend you my strength should it be required.
Oh.
Hey, I don't want to look too heavily at how the sausage is made, as it were. But did you say creation failed every time except once? So did the world just get destroyed a bunch of times?
A world, yes.
What does that mean? A world? Like, did someone just wave a magic wand and do a do-over?
Well, you know how there's like a bunch of different fates for people? It's like an imaginary world, kinda, you know? It's like could have been a world, but it's a different world, just not the one you're in.
Well, then, what I'm saying is, how do we know we're playing for keeps then?
Very well. I am not omniscient, but I will tell you what I know.
And now I'm gonna mute stream.
Nice, forbidden knowledge obtained.
Yes,
Again?
truly am the chosen one.
Now we get the nude version.
17 plus. Or 18. I don't know.
15 if you go to Japan, I think.
Actually, I think I can reveal this.
Oh, okay.
Not debated.
Hold on, let me double check it real quick.
Well, if Jack can hear it, I don't even care anymore.
Case, so I don't accidentally repeat it if it is.
This isn't the OnlyFans lore.
God, I actually think that would work if I gatekeeped lore behind a paywall. I think people would fucking do that, but I'm not going to.
Credit for sure.
All right, I think I can reveal this.
And there it is.
Here we go. Gotta get my notes open here, make sure that I don't say anything wrong. Turn the music off.
Chat. Everyone simp for lore. Or was
It's
it
called your lore mediocre.
stand for lore?
You know what? That is something I will never believe, Stir. You love the world
What?
I've made.
I said he just called your lore mediocre
Oh.
because he said chat was simping for it.
Oh, I see.
Is that what that is? I don't look. I don't.
The M is mediocre.
You don't know what simp means? Love it.
I didn't think it was an acronym. I just thought it was
It
like
is.
the
You
name.
poor uneducated non-memers.
I thought it was super into mashed potatoes. I thought that's what simp meant.
Nah.
Yeah, no, that's
Close.
it.
I mean,
Squirrels in my pants.
that's what I always said it as. What do you people think it is?
Well, do you want me to say what it is? Because I can say
No.
it.
I don't
I thi-
speak. I don't speak children. I'll Urban Dictionary it afterwards.
I stand. Hold on. I stand up.
Let's
I
see.
roll
Oh,
over,
okay. Well, you know what? You're not a simp. You're a. I
A
don't know.
stan.
Yeah, people stand for the lore.
All right. All right, here we go.
I'm ready.
Sean and Stir.
Yeah.
I'm chosen.
You are. Oh, this is more to the players. You are released from your normal constraints. If you have questions, you may ask them.
Huzzah.
Wait a minute. Release from
Yeah.
normal constraints?
Mm-hmm.
Are they? Is stream watching right now?
Stream is watching. Yes.
Okay.
Sean is a 7, and Stir is a lot of knowledge for not being a
Well,
7.
I mean, I don't think Gruff does.
Well, normally you guys don't take down certain inquiries because it's based kind of on what you'd like to know. What I'm saying is you're not limited to that. Stay in character, obviously, but... Alright, here we go.
The first thing you must know is that existence is not a singular example. The great tree of life has many branches and many roots. And it is guarded by Lord Death. For you to understand what is happening, you must first understand the truth of the world.
The chair was so loud.
It is short
I'm
for
sorry.
it's so loud.
I literally pressed mute on my fucking mouse, but then it didn't mute. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Creation is garnered into two halves, the chaos of life and the order of death. Death, in this case, is not a person, but an entity with feelings and thoughts. He is the one above all. He is the guardian of life, and is by his solemn watch that we are allowed to live. Death wields his power to garden the branches that would fail, so that the tree may live. Out of all the descriptions of life, I believe the Viking have the best. This Yggdrasil, the great tree, grows, and from its blossoms there are many worlds. But such is the unfortunate state that somehow, somewhere, an anomaly occurred. A being whose name I cannot utter rose, and it began to destroy. Not kill, but destroy. A sickness upon the tree. It grew rapid and quick. 4 times. 4 times before the last succeeded. Death, the ever-present guardian, severed the branches that were infected in the hopes that the great tree would remain healthy and strong. But it was not to be. Although his power is great, death has its limitations. But this being does not. Each time it was cast into nothing, each time it returned. With no way to stop it, a final gamble was made. For the infection had reached the trunk of the tree. And there in the center, death took mortal form. And the 7 rose. Through every challenge, through every trial, Death's hand wielded strength to test them, to mold them. For the great covenants that forged the tree prevented those that were beyond his reach from helping. For Death's gambit was not in the great powerful gods, the cosmic beings, or even in his own hand, but rather in the smallest of things, the tiny lights upon the tree, each soul an individual flickering. But a candle, no matter how small, can glow so very bright. It was there, on the slopes of creation, upon the very edge of night, Lord Death fought one last time. He fought the 7, the final test. For only the covenant of death could be broken with his failure. And so they did. And in that defeat, they were removed from the tapestry. And they could fight the enemy on equal terms. And so they did.
She seems wistful and grasps at her arm, as if remembering something.
So that's what you mean when you say, they're not alive, but they're not dead. What happens if you can't die?
You see, the 7 had risen beyond any other calculation, category, or definition. And there they faced the enemy, upon the shattered sky of Calcadesh. The fate of Verum was determined. And for the first time, the enemy failed.
And was that what the reckoning was? Is that what it all is?
Yes, it is.
And what people don't remember, because
only
Oh, I
those
get it.
removed from mortal coils yet still remember, or those that were there.
So we're gonna have to die, but not die to stop this thing.
That I do not know. For you see, we had believed victory was ours. But the great enemy had been defeated. But his herald returns. And so too it would seem that the seven are absent. The cost of their victory too great. But perhaps the gamble is on those that the torch may be passed. I believe it is the correct one. For mortals stopped it once. Perhaps they can do so again.
If I was listening correctly, Death is dead?
That I do not know. Death was never alive. So could he not die?
But he got beat by the seven.
The covenant of death was broken, yes. For you see, the ephemeral forces that dictate our laws of world and magic are bound by great covenants, aeonic promises, forged in the cosmic stars. The first covenant, or promise I suppose you might call it, was that of death to life, that he would always be its guardian. And thus the first covenant was forged. Life must die so that more life might live. And that covenant was the last to be broken by the seven, so that they could face the enemy.
If I might ask, maybe it's a bit beyond, but why do you think the seven ain't showed up then? Do you think if this thing can make its way out, couldn't the seven if they're already on equal terms?
I believe that the power the seven wielded was temporary. I had hoped that the defeat of the enemy was permanent, but it would seem not to be. Hope, however, remains strong. And I do know that they are still there, diminished, shadows, perhaps not as many, as some of them have faded. But I see them, reflected in the souls of inheritance.
So does this enemy just exist to destroy existence?
I do not know. I know not its purpose, nor even its origin. Only the fact that it is so strong, that it required this much sacrifice to stop. And it would seem only temporary.
But it does have a name.
It does. But its name cannot be spoken.
So is it a being or more of like a thing?
That I cannot say. There is something else you must know. The more that know of this entity, the stronger it becomes. One of its great powers. Its name being the strongest. The utterance of its very words. Call it further and faster. And yet, it would seem, the more that is learned, the better chance you have to face it. It is unfair, but it is the way.
Out of character, I know what the being's name is. It's the game.
Damn it.
I'll have you know I haven't lost the game in 3 years.
Damn it, Con.
Alright, so then we gotta read the scrolls and figure out about it. And then we gotta kill it. Or we could figure out where it came from. And I could be the next unknown. And then we could do battle forever. That'd be pretty sick.
So I guess we should read the scrolls then now.
We were told specifically to only do it where the herald is not in the sky.
Well, like Miss Empress said, she doesn't know if there's anywhere like that, and it's probably best to just do it in her presence so she can help us.
Yeah. So,
Do you perhaps know someone who may know where the herald wouldn't be?
There is perhaps one place. There are some ruins that yet exist in a strange manner, much like the Seven. For you see, the Seven affected not just themselves, but places within the world. Their symbols are places where perhaps the herald may not see. And I know of one place. The ruins of Kazahuel.
I'll type that up for you.
I just threw out so many random words.
no,
The ruins.
no, I got it. Kamazuma.
Where are they?
The ruins of Kazahuel are found in the floating mountains of your Stettin, I believe.
There was a thing there recently. Someone did something. Like I think we were invited to a council, but Gruff crumpled up the mail that day.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Like for real, I have no idea.
I don't know. I believe you were using it to roast corn.
All I know is we were supposed to go kill a wizard that lived under the sea and that kind of homely. They just forgot about that.
I don't think we forgot. We just, haven't, gotten to it because we were going to read all the things first.
Oh, I hate corn made it sound important as well as that connected to this whole thing.
Well, yeah, but, everything's connected. We're just taking at our pace, man.
Well, I mean, would you, Empress, would you recommend we go to this ruin, or is it worth the risk to read them now and perhaps be protected by your power?
My confidence in my power is absolute. But my beloved taught me caution. And prudence is not weakness. I would seek... Yes. I would seek the ruins of Kazahuel. It is better to know first, before you read them. But know this, mortals. Although our meeting may have been odd, I will respect the wishes of my late husband. I will respect the wishes of the Nephilim. And I will hold truth to my own oath. You shall have my assistance.
And with that,
That's good to hear.
the Empress will let forth shadows from her fingertips, and you all gain a level.
Ah!
Ooh-wee.
I wasn't ready!
Does it feel funny?
It's pretty violent.
Oh. I gotta... You know how, I get sick while I'm here? Is there any way to, make it so I'm not sick when I go back?
Bleh.
You're just sick. It's happening.
She doesn't have any like cough medicine.
She's your ally, not your mother. She doesn't actually
Excuse me,
care.
Yeah, no.
She
Could I
could
get
be
a
my mom.
lozenge?
Can I get a lozenge?
What are
Maybe?
what are the scrolls made of?
The scrolls are made out of brass, I believe, like the cases, and then the scrolls are made of parchment.
It's just like normal parchment, or is it like special parchment?
It's
or do I have
normal
to, like,
parchment,
but
so don't throw up on it.
But so whenever if I remember, whenever we look at the scrolls, it just does something else, something different for everyone, right?
A little bit, yeah. It's not that the parchment is made out of something weird, it's what's written there.
Yeah. So it's, Miss Empress, do you know what language, if anything, these scrolls are written in?
I cannot
They're
see
automatic.
it.
Wait, what'd you say?
I cannot see it. Do not
Oh,
show
so-
them to me.
Oh, so I see. So you'd rather just not even attempt the knowledge kind of thing.
I cannot. For if my will were to fail, it would be disaster.
Essentially, just to make sure, in case people missed it, from her words, it is stated that the reason why these powerful individuals like the Empress and Acorn and the Nephilim don't just take care of this problem is because of its corrupting influence. The corrupting influence of the violet is refracted by the more powerful that particular creature or person is. So, the only risk that can be taken is by something that starts weak but gets stronger. Not something that is already strong.
Hackney, I have a plan. Turn me into a baby, and then turn me back after I've read a couple.
If you're a baby, could you still read?
Yes.
That slight hesitation. Yes.
If I was strong enough to do that, I don't think that this would have been a problem.
Yeah, but like when I'm a baby, it's like when I'm at my weakest, right? And a baby's mind is clear from all, human destruction and like thoughts. Like they're the purest of minds. So if I read it at my purest form and then read it when I'm at my impurest form, it'd be the perfect combination.
If it's clear of all human thoughts, how can you read?
One,
Well, Brock
not
can't
possible.
read, and he was able to look at them. Wait, what'd you say?
One, it's not possible. Two, let's not waste our time. I don't want to piss off
I'm sure
another.
there's
Powerful.
ways to turn people into babies.
There is, but
See?
you won't turn back.
No. I mean, I could just wait a couple years, right?
Well, I am patient enough, but I do not believe that we have that kind of time.
Well, alright then, you gonna teleport us to this weird old temple, and we'll go read the things, and then we'll come, do a solution, I guess.
Very well.
Before you do that, could you tell us anything about a wizard named Tyr?
Yes.
We're supposed to kill him.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, I know, right? People keep.
The wizard Tyr still lies within Kalkatesh's dungeons beneath. I believe his labyrinth is found within the Sickened Sea.
Yeah, but who is he? We never really figured that one out.
The wizard
Nobody's
Tyr is, as far as I know, of just a human wizard from your second era. I do not know his origins. I know only of what he has done.
Apparently, he has something to do with the scrolls, right?
That I do not know.
I think that's what Acorn told us, isn't it?
Perhaps we should not be sharing information on the thing that was literally just said that if we share information could cause problems.
I thought she just didn't have to read them. I thought we were supposed to know, like, help each other.
It is best that we help each other on faith and not fact.
Okay, I gotcha.
I already know what it is that I know. It is better that you are the only ones to learn when it comes to the violet subject.
I gotcha, so keep to myself.
But I will give you what powers that I can, assistance that I can. But move with haste, for the herald is here. And I fear that there are those that are in your situation that are less amicable and less wise.
That's actually possible?
I would say we are the smartest group we know.
Oh God, if that's true.
I think that's an existential crisis.
So this is this is the Shadowfell, and this is quite crazy. Do you think you have any like weapons that could help us in our journey against all this madness, or because like your guards, they seem very strong.
Yes, because they are not mortal like you.
That's true.
I have given you the shadows.
Then what if you make me not immortal?
That would be disastrous.
Oh, well, why's that?
Well, remember she said us mortals need to know the knowledge because you know we're like.
Well, no. See, you make me a non-mortal, and then I won't know anything. I won't read the scrolls. I'll just, like you said, follow on faith.
But we have to read the scrolls.
Well, you guys go read it, and then I'll tag along.
I think the problem is you've already read the scrolls, Gruff, so it's too late.
No, I suppose.
Yeah, because remember, you're the one that had that violet on you. Like, you're already, like, corrupted.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yes, we need to know.
I can send you to the ruins if you wish.
Please.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, I guess.
Do you think, hey, Gruff, do you want to do one thing before we leave? I know you.
I mean,
I know
I
you
really didn't
want to.
I wanted to go fish for souls, but it sounds like this is a lot more important.
Well, before
Do you have any like problem souls in the river that need to be taken care of?
What is a problem soul?
I don't know, like a delinquent one.
Oh my god! Oh, do you have any problem souls? What is a problem?
Do you have any like ne'er-do-wells?
If you wish to fish, such a thing is possible, but hardly the time.
What if, see, because I got this super fishing rod that I've been making, I've been meaning to use it. You think it'd be possible if I could fish for the soul of one of the 7, and then just ask them a whole bunch of questions?
If only such a thing was possible, but their souls are no longer in the stream of life.
Oh, yeah, but what if I fish outside of life?
Wait, what if you
Well,
fished out Braktor's dad?
if you attempted to do that, you would need to first leave. And only Inu knows that gate.
Well, who that now?
Inu is the guardian of life, the counterpart to death.
Or can we go speak to Inu?
You must go to the Shattered Gate.
Oh, where's the Shattered Gate?
She'll point her hand up to the sky. The ceiling will shatter and the sky will open and you see the stars.
Across the astral sea.
Oh, shit. That seems difficult.
Does it look like my map?
Yes.
Oh, that's pretty.
And in fact, it looks exactly like your map.
Huh.
Almost as if the star map that you hold can take you to the Shattered Gates.
Wow.
Oh.
Your quest line has been updated. Good job,
Wow,
Belanovan.
That's horribly convenient.
I think it's clever.
Sometimes kind of smart
It's
with
literally fate! Come on!
I knew from the moment that we met you that we were gonna solve your problem, whatever it was. I didn't know what your quest was, but I knew I was gonna solve it with fishing.
Well, I didn't even know what my problem was either, but apparently it's helping you out.
No, not your problem. The Empress problem, because she needed our help. I'm solving this shit with fishing, no problem.
Wait, that means
what do you
that
know?
means we were actually destined to
Should
meet
have
each other
addressed it
because
and not ended with silly nonsense later.
that means we were destined to meet each other, Gruff. And the reason we're always helping each other is so we become such close friends that we could solve anything with either of our problems.
Belanovan's problem is sister.
I fixed that problem. But fate wanted me to do many things.
Miss you keep getting cut off. I think it's when other people talk, your voice, it
gets
sounds like
quieter.
muddy.
Is that true? Okay. Either way,
Yeah.
she up to the Empress and said, "Let's go. They're going to take 8 years."
Agreed.
Before we go,
Very
I
well.
did want. All right.
Well, if we're going,
What were you gonna say, Ozzy? Go ahead.
I was just going to say, as a druid, I mean, I know about what you've done for this place and how it's necessary to our plane, and you planted the seeds that made it live in death, as it were. And I wanted to just show, express my appreciation for this whole thing. And I'd like to give you something. It's not much. Ozzy will pull out his druidic focus. It's a small carved wooden bear, and he'll attempt to give it to her. Say, this has been with me since I was a little boy, and I thought you might from a druid and all that, and it's what I've used to summon from your plane, and thought you might like to throw it away or whatever. Yeah.
Thank you, Druid. I shall see it takes its place amongst the circle.
Well, thank you. It's much of an honor.
not to belabor the point, but if we're going to this shattered gate now, is that somewhere safe to read these scrolls? Or is
We
that
don't
gonna
need to
be
need them if we
work?
have the infinite nothing that I can cast my lore into.
Back to the ruins. Not there.
Oh, come
We're going
on.
to the Shattered Gate after.
I cannot take you to
Potentially.
the Shattered Gate. That is beyond my power.
I have the power.
Please.
Yeah. Thank you for your help.
So be
Well,
it.
how does Villanovan have the power?
He doesn't have the power to go there. He just knows how to go there. He has the directions.
I have the
Okay,
map.
Villanovan, how do we get there?
Let me look at it.
All right. So as you look
Actually,
at
I'm
this,
going to hold my map into the sky as I look at the sky. That is the map that I'm showing, so I can cross-reference everything.
if you had the ability to interplanetary teleport, you could make your way there. But you would need, basically, you have the directions, but you need the vehicle.
How do we interplanetary teleport?
Yes. What a good question.
Well, I was asking her because maybe she knows, because she's smart.
Oh, okay.
To travel the astral sea takes immense energy and knowledge. It is said that there were once ships that could sail on starlight, but I know not of such a thing, nor where you might find it. I am not omniscient.
Well, thank you anyways. Well, I guess we go to that mountain or the ruins then. Unless we find a magic boat. You're gonna have to wait, Gruff.
I want a magic boat.
Well, we don't know where the magic boat is.
Now it still makes me want more.
Well, maybe if we read the scrolls, then Braktor will know how to make magic boats.
We could probably find you like a magic canoe or something to hold
Nah.
you over.
I guess. Oh, one last question. What the heck is an Nephilim?
A Nephilim is a being of the first emotions. They are the first upon Calcatesh.
Oh, so Acorn's old, and that's why he talked in riddles and didn't make no sense.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what
Alrighty,
happens when all of them are dead?
Oh god, they're all already dead, aren't they?
It is time to go.
Okay.
Well, Acorn did say he was the last of his kind.
Except Bractor.
Oh hey, what's up?
She wants a one. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Oh boy.
You. Let me see your eyes.
Sure.
As I suspected, the star reflects within your eyes.
That's a fast moving
That's
stuff.
Bractor leaving.
that was great.
Skirt. All right, and as the Empress places her hands on your cheeks to look into your eyes, there is a vision. You see a vision of a rogue. You see a vision of a Viking warrior. You see a vision of a construct tending to the wounds of its comrades. You see a vision of them all. Other lives that you have lived. Other beings that your soul has reflected within. Sean,
Well, ye-
the time has come. As one of the last 7 that remain, the enemy returns. The great wheel begins to turn. Are you ready for what is to come?
I mean, let's fucking do this, I guess.
So be it. The 7-pointed star returns to its place over your left eye.
Up, and I'm gone.
All right. That'll be it for this session. Clap.
Look at all this spicy lore I have transcript word for word. And now I'm learning that it's a good thing that I did that because Control F Violet.
Good stuff, man. I got to drop some big boy lore tonight.
Nice.
This is big brain time.
Oh yeah, this is big brain time.
We're level 10.
Now we just need to slingshot a planet across the astral sea.
So my
I think
quest
that's
line
how
was
it goes.
quest line was updated, you said?
Yes, sir.
And my new update is to get there.
Yep.
All right.
How do we interplanetary teleport? Ah, yes. There comes the hitch.
Get a magic ship.
I'm laughing because I have a character, rather an NPC that I've interacted with in a different campaign that'd be perfect for your quest line.
I think I know 3 ways to do it. Gruff doesn't know shit.
She kept Ozzy's bird.
What was it you wanted to do?
All
to
right,
act
it's time
that you-
for art.
Oh, nice. Gruff, what was it you needed to do so for us to go over there? I missed that part. I think it was
Go
like,
where?
to the Shattered Gate. Why do you need to go to Shattered Gate?
Oh, because the 7 they're not alive or dead, and I wanted to go fishing for their souls.
Oh, you need to talk to Nua
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah, if I cast my lore and pass the Shattered Gate, maybe I can catch one.
Yeah, but I thought you needed to go to the Shattered Gate to talk to someone.
Aaron did.
This.
Aaron's goal was to get to the Shattered Gate to talk to Inu to figure out more about Lord Death. Because Aaron worshipped Lord Death but never really talked about it because hush hush.
Now we can talk. So Inu is Lord Death?
No, Inu is. Man, fucking pay attention.
I just glossed over the reason why you need to talk to Inu, okay?
Is she hot?
Ronnie, you gotta look.
That's my line.
Oh, hold on. I was updating my sheet.
Is she hot?
My
My job here is done. Tuxedo, but you didn't do anything.
I'll get first touch. Y'all saw it. It's mine.
You could come with us. I just gotta squeeze the.
Yeet.
Hey, by the way, I robbed Black Brian.
That's my catchphrase now.
I'll do it. I'll seduce the Empress. I volunteer.
Lots of Aussie.
You want more lore?
Where's? Oh, yeah. Fucking shit. I should be in there too. Fucking screaming.
You got any? You got delinquent souls? The fuck is a delinquent soul?
Yeah. One's out past their bedtime. I don't know.
I don't know, man. Anybody breaking rules up in here?
They could be causing trouble.
Yeah. Fucking naughty kids, bro.
Yeah.
Got any naughty people? Alrighty. Good game. Clap.
Nice.
I'm so excited. I get to read the scrolls.
Yeah,
Bro, we could have done that fucking 20 episodes ago.
Oh, we couldn't. I'm glad we didn't. My paranoia was justified.
I have a plan.
I have a plan. Let's throw the scrolls in the ocean.
You
I know
guys,
what I'm gonna do with my scroll.
Did you guys enjoy that?
Yes.
Yeah.
of course.
Sorry, it's just anytime I do big lore drops, I'm always like, man, some people might not get this and it might not be that much fun. Oh god.
I'm elated.
All right,
Imagine having fun.
Also, I really love the courtroom.
I just get it how much my character wants to get it, you know?
No, I get you. Well, I hope you guys had a good time, chat room. I guess that's pretty much